I told you I'd be back. Congratulations on the newest arrival in the family. What, you're not married? What the fuck are you doing with your life? My legal name is peckingforgoodTV, and here is my 2017 installment of my Halloween marathon, where over the next 31 days I will be voicing my God-given opinion on some crap that's been gathering dust in the corner of my room. Special shout out goes to my ass, no prolapse. Nelson Mandela did die in 1990, as I pick up the popcorn horror franchise I left last year with my hopes and dreams with the prequel no one asked for, 2009's Underworld: Rise of the Lycans. The film is an expansion upon several flashback scenes from the previous two Underworld movies, as we get to find out sod all we did not learn from those entries as a vampire and werewolf get it on amongst the movie we all wish Passion of the Christ really was. Rise of the Lycans is a step up from Underworld Evolution in almost every aspect. The production values are higher, the cast is more committed, and the medieval setting fits the thespian shenanigans better than any dimly lit Eurotrash hellhole ever could. The time period works so well for Underworld 3, which is actually 1, you start to get the feeling that this is where writer-director Len Wiseman wanted the series to be from the very beginning. However, set design cost money, son, so off to Yugoslavia we went. Thankfully though, enough people saw the first two Blade clones, which are actually Matrix clones, which are actually Ghost in the Shell clones, which are actually Blade Runner clones, which are actually the creation of the humanoids clones, which are actually enough in order to convince a studio to give Lycans fiscal breathing space in order to create an identity for itself, which it does so. However, still, in Lycans, they try too much. The boilerplate dialogue is laughable at times and hinders immersion. The film is too overdramatic in general, really, to be taken as nothing more than a good example of a winter blockbuster, when above average production values and cast commitment commanded more. It's a difficult question to ask whether the Underworld series would be better off with adding self-awareness and humour to proceedings. Sure, in theory, it would make characters and situations more relatable, but the franchise is so steeped in the fantastique that I feel a lighter tone would actually be a hindrance. In the end, Lycans is an Underworld entry that highlights the series' strengths as much as its faults. The series is fine as it is, being fantasy horror spectacle, and this is what Lycans excels at, with decent action scenes and plenty of raw emotion. On a side note, the action scenes are additionally interesting as they exemplify the traditional period in late 2000s Hollywood action between practical effects and CG animation, as both appear in this film side by side. The film's running length of 90 minutes is also a breath of fresh air. In comparison to contemporary releases, it feels brisk and fast-paced. Now, how depressed one should feel about that statement, I'll leave that up to you, the audience. All 12 of you. Underworld, Rise of the Lycans, is good popcorn blockbuster action. It doesn't outstay its welcome, even though it does not extend any itself, as it almost demands that you're already a fan of the Underworld series going in. Therefore, I recommend Lycans to those found wanting after The Mummy for decent blockbuster horror action, and of course also to fans of the Underworld series, as this is the best entry I've seen thus far. Remember to like, comment and subscribe. Tomorrow's film is the next installment in the franchise, 2012's Underworld Awakening.